Thank you, Keith. So, the prestigious Distinguished Alumni Award. It was first presented in 1974, right after Keith graduated. And since that time, a select group of outstanding individuals have been presented with this honor. The award was established to recognize exceptional graduates who represent the university's mission and ideals. The award was presented each year to a Davenport University graduate who has made notable achievements in his or her field, given exemplary service as a graduate of Davenport University, and who is a distinguished person in a public life, business, and service to others. I am proud to announce that this year's Distinguished Alumni Award recipient is Mike Dokter, class of 2010 and 2013.
I'm sorry, Mike, 7 o'clock is my bedtime at this age. As an entrepreneur and an educator at heart, Mike's outreach to the communities he serves is an extension of himself. Mike is the former business manager of Motown Property Group, a residential and commercial redevelopment company in Detroit. Mike is currently working with his wife, Shay, and together they are a part of an effort to improve neighborhoods and redevelop communities through her company, Designing Detroit. Mike also shares his experience as an entrepreneur by speaking at engagements around the state of Michigan. As an adjunct at Davenport, Mike's students get real-life experience learning while in his classroom. And as an alum, he recognizes the importance of giving with gratitude. Through his company, Nostrovia, Mike has created a Grand Rapids International Entrepreneurship Endowment Scholarship, which will be awarded to support students studying abroad with preference for business. For his outstanding accomplishments and service, it gives me great pleasure to acknowledge the 2019 Davenport University Distinguished Alumni to Mike Dokter.
Wow, distinguished. I've been called a lot of things in my life, but distinguished has rarely been an adjective that's been associated. So I really want to thank Davenport University for changing that. I want to thank, and I don't think she's here, but Dr. Vivian Moore for the nomination. Her passion for entrepreneurship and her desire to prepare students for the next level and what life will be like in that world is unprecedented. Thank you to Dr. Pappas and the leadership team for continuing to invest in infrastructure like this, right? And the Entrepreneurship Center and the awesome sports facilities we're going to be at tomorrow when we watch Davenport kick some butt in football, right? So this is awesome, and it helps allow Davenport to continue to be a leader in business, technology, and health. And it's funny that the scholarship was mentioned, because I remember when I first sat down with Jason, who was setting that stuff up at the time, I said to him, the one stipulation is I want this to be anonymous, right? I don't want this to be associated with me in any way, shape, or form. And so he goes ahead and names it the International Endowment, fancy scholarship. And I didn't even know what it was until I sat down with Laura a few months ago, and she told me, hey, you got this endowment scholarship and this, thing you set up. And I was like, okay, this is fantastic. And it was super cool to have that. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to be able to share these types of things and to have the opportunity to be with you guys tonight. And obviously there's more to it than, setting up a scholarship and all that other stuff, because, I haven't always made the right decisions, believe it or not. I've made some bad ones here and there, and I still make some bad decisions, just like we all do. But I'm so grateful to be here. This has been such an amazing big year. My beautiful wife and I got married. Her family became my family. Her kids became our kids. We sold my first house, and we bought a house together. Her business is growing all over the state, and I'm super excited to be a part of an institution like this, and super grateful to be a part of an institution like this. And I want to talk about what that word means. I understand gratitude as a verb. I understand gratitude as an action. It's something that we do in response for something that was done for us, right? And this is something that was ingrained to me at a very young age. I was adopted as an infant. 3 months old, I was adopted into an amazing home in West Michigan. My mom, Jim and Sandy Dokter, here this evening. I love you guys. Thank you so much. They gave me absolutely every opportunity I could ever want, absolutely everything that I could ever need. And they taught me things like forgiveness and love and hard work and of course, gratitude. And these are not things that they came up with on their own, right? These are not new ideas. These ideas come from a pretty cool book that was written thousands of years ago. And there was a perfect individual, the only perfect one to ever walk the earth, that actually showed us how to do these things. And I think we need constant reminders of these things as we continue to go on and grow and change as a society. And I'm grateful, again, to have been raised in a Christian home, to know what these things mean, to understand how to react when certain people in our society do what seem to be outrageous things, ridiculous things, when we can respond and we can act out of a sense of gratitude and love and have a different perspective on how we approach these. And on another level, the opportunity wouldn't have been possible and the viewpoint never could have been reached if it wasn't for my birth mother, Cheryl, who put me up for adoption out of gratitude. She understood the life that she had and how she was raised. And she didn't want to just give me a chance at life. She wanted to give me a chance at the best possible life I could have, right? And she knew that she couldn't provide that for me, being a teenage mom, right? And that is just, I'm so grateful for that. And to my amazing wife, thank you so much. You are, I'm just trying to keep up with you, honestly. Right? Your ambition, your drive, your raw talent, thank you for pushing me to behave at a different level. Thank you for pushing me to be the best version of myself, and thank you for calling me on my crap when I need to be called on it and encouraging my ridiculous dreams. Right? Broughton and Bella, if you're still paying attention, right? Cool. Awesome. I love you guys like crazy. I'm so glad that I get to be a part of your life. I'm so glad that I get to be your dad. I want you guys to know that no matter whatever you choose to do, right, there's more important things than your results. There is such a thing as winning and losing. And it's fun to win, right? And it sucks to lose, okay? But how you respond to that, you can respond to winning and losing with an attitude of gratitude. And how you respond to those things and how you face those things is more important than the actual winning or losing itself, okay? So what do we do with all these warm and fuzzies? Right? Well, that's where gratitude comes in, guys. That's where we start to behave differently because of what was done for us. That's where we start to do things differently. Let's forgive because of gratitude. Let's work hard because of gratitude. Let's donate because of gratitude. Let's mentor because of gratitude. Let's avoid doing these things to get something in return. Right? True gratitude doesn't understand reciprocation. True gratitude treats reciprocation like the same end of two different magnets, right? They can't get together until intention and action is inherently flipped on end and they come together. Everything comes together then. That's what true gratitude can do, right? It only understands selfless love, selfless giving. True gratitude only understands that. The type of selfless love that a parent has for a child over, and over again, even when they forget to say please and thank you. Right? Or if you're not a children person, the type of selfless love that you have for your puppy when you still want to cuddle it after it poops on the new carpet, or tears up all the drywall in the basement, right? And all the insulation, and you know for a fact that they cost you way more than what they pay, but it doesn't matter because that fake emotional support certificate you got that one time so they could go on the plane with you probably has more weight than what you initially thought, right? I know you're out there, okay? Let's love like that. Let's have that kind of intentional action, right? See, I'm grateful for all my experiences here and for the opportunity to teach what I experience on the daily to the next generation of business leaders. And I'm grateful for the professors that have become mentors and colleagues and friends, and the students that have chosen to have me as a part of their life. And I have a perfect example of exactly what I'm talking about in terms of gratitude. John Harvey, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, he was supposed to, he took my class a while back now, and he asked me after my class, Innovation and Managing Change, if I could be his mentor. And I told him no. And the reason I told him no is I know what it takes to be a good mentor. And I didn't think I had that in me at that time. I didn't think I could give it to him. So he learned from my class, and he creatively found a way to get around Shay and I. What he did is he created an internship for himself. And what I mean when I say he created an internship for himself, he literally did everything. He went to career services. He asked them for the paperwork for an internship. He filled out all the paperwork, created his own position, and then attacked that position, which was very undefined, unlike many people of his kind could have. And because of that, he was given the opportunity to run a marketing campaign for us and share in the profits at Motown, right? And those type of opportunities exist. These type of opportunities exist at a university like this because of people who are grateful to have received that encouragement themselves, right? And I wish John was here so I could have him answer these questions, but he's not, so I'll fill in for him. But he recently became an alumni mentor. And he called me after he spoke with Laura, and he was so excited that he had the opportunity. He was so grateful, and Laura told me this morning that he wants to take on 2 students to mentor now, which is great. But when Laura had asked him why he wanted to do it, he had just said that he had had a really great mentor when he was at Davenport. Now, that just happened to be me, right? And for those of you following along at home, John is the exact example of what I'm talking about. He's choosing to serve because of the opportunity he had as the result of his affiliation with this university. It just happened to be me. It could have been Frank Nowakowski, or Marjolein Vanderveld, or Steve Prodzik, or Suzanne Good, or Todd Pitts, or Dr. Imperato, or Dr. Moore, or Todd Terry, or Dr. Pappas, or Mark Peters, or Keith Klingenberg, or Ken Fortier. Right? All these people have played an amazing role in my life. It could have been any of them, but it was me. But let's behave like that. Let's give like that. Let's be willing to look past all the small, annoying things that prevent us from doing something significant and actually just do something significant because something significant was done for us. That's gratitude. That can make a change, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is awesome.